Alright, I'm bored. You're bored. Let's get this over with. Alright, this is the next part into what if Asta was a pillar man. Let's get to it. As we left off, Asta's making a deal with anti-magic demon. Let's pick up off that. The demon thought about it, considered all the pros and cons of listening to this little brat, and decided, screw it, he's gonna name me sooner or later anyway, might as well. And said deal. Then also left his mindscape and, appeared asking if he was all ready to go and head to the capital. And I also had an idea, why not we race there? See how far you've gotten. I'll even give you a handicap. You can use your magic to fly if you want. Took the handicap and said, I can't wait to see the look on your face when you lose. And they were off. Time to get to when they get to the capital. Asta barely being able to win while running on foot. And, is running on fumes when it comes to his mana. They make it to the Coliseum to do the Magic Knight exam. That goes to the cannon. Asta does idiotically eat that lizard, but it doesn't affect him much at all. If anything, it was just tingly. Alright, let's get that to the Magic Knight exam. I'm gonna skip all the other bull except for the fact that when they released when they released the birds, none of them would go anywhere near Asa or They were not wanting to get anywhere close to Asta. They wouldn't attack him. They would just chill out. All except Nero. Heck, she knew this kid was strong, so she was like, oh, heck, I don't care. Heck, well, we using you anyway, so might as well stick with you. Then it's time for the fights. And like Cannon, Seke thinks Asta's gonna be easy targets. Big mistake, and he starts taunting Asta, saying how he only wants to become a Magic Knight so he can make money, have an easy life, and yeah, Asta did not like that at all, just like in Canada, except he was more brutal. He charged right at Seke. He didn't even use his grimoire. He grabbed that spear Seke was in and ripped it apart and began to. And the best part is he beat Seke senseless. It's fun as hell. They had to restrain Asta just to keep him from killing Seke. And just watch trying to keep a straight face, trying to laugh. Everyone was surprised, but in his match, considering he just used a little bit of wind magic, he didn't even need his grimoire. Everyone's thinking, how strong are these two commoners if they don't even need the grimoires to wreak havoc? What's going to happen when they do use them? Someone in the audience was particularly interested in Asta, at least, or should I say, two people, Yami and Julius. Yami just wanted to see how strong this kid was, and Julius wanted to see him break out that grimoire and see what kind of magic he actually uses. But Yami, being how he is, he decides, screw it, I'm fighting this kid. And he jumps out from the stands and tells Asta, fight me. And Asta accepts on one condition. If he wins, he becomes Blackpool's new captain. Everyone is laughing their asses off at this commoner who they can sense no magic from thinks he can be a captain. And also doesn't pay no mind. Just sitting back and just waiting for the show to start. Yami agrees to these terms like an idiot. If you don't know Yami from Black Clover that well, he has a gambling problem. And he sucks at it. He's terrible at gambling. So there's no reason to really make this any different. Huh? Alright, carry on. He draws his katana and out of precaution also draws the Demon Slayer sword. Yami fires off a dark slash. He also hits it with the flat end of the sword and shoots it straight back at him, but with double the force from the power of Asta's swing. Yami canceled that out, barely having enough time, and decided to kick it up a notch. He decided just to charge in with his katana and be also with pure strength, which did not go well. He ended up getting slashed by Asta across his chest, and Asta just put his sword back and started beating Yami into submission. But before he could finish off Yami, Julius shows up and says that Asta is the winner. But he can't just take Yami's role as Magic Knight captain. Asta was a little upset considering that Yami's the one who agreed to the deal, so it should be his choice. But Julius informed him that really it's not. Is it? You see, young boy, I am the Wizard King. And besides the actual king, my word is law around here. I'm still not wanting to start a personal war. He decided, screw it. But he did take Yami's sword as a trophy. And he said if Yami wants it back, he's going to have to beat him and take it back. Yami was sent to the hospital, and everyone else was shocked at what this kid did. They know how strong Yami is. He's not the strongest of the wizard knights, but he is not someone you want to take lightly. So the selection ceremony started, and like in Canada, gets a lot of hands except for the Blue Roses, because heck, they're a bunch of man haters. And he goes with the Golden Dawn. Also, just like in Canon, no one raises their hand for him until Finral shows up and tells him that Yami wants a rematch and for him to join the Black Bulls. Also, was surprised that what he beat up actually wants him to be his underling. It left a sour taste in Asta's mouth, but he decided he had no choice but to accept anyway. And that's how Asta, end up getting in the same squad as they are as in canon. Yami's still in the hospital trying to nurse his wound, but for some reason just he just can't seem to really fix it as easy as it should have been. So something was wrong with that sword, or at least the way Asta used it. See, what Asta did was imbue that sword with some hormone, and since it's intense heat, can really melt the skin off your bones if it's touched. You're touched by it for too long. It cauterizes the wound, so he has another scar. Yami's not getting rid of that old battle scar now. So Finral takes Asta to Beppo's hideout. They were expecting Yami, only to find Finral and Asta. They asked what happened, and he said, "Our new recruit kind of put Yami in the hospital." And they were shocked, dumbfounded. They had no idea. They started asking questions like, What did you do? How did you do that? What's your magic?" Also being annoyed, he just said, "My magic is anti-magic. I didn't kill him, at least. And right now, I just want to go to my room and take a nap." Magna and Luck were kind of interested in this guy. They wanted to see what he can do for themselves. So, like in Can, the baptism, that happens. But Asta doesn't reflect Magna's ultimate attack. Instead, he decides to take it head on and walks right up to Magna and socks him in the jaw, sending him flying through 5 trees. Now Luck is getting all hot and bothered and just leaps at Asta, only for him to get pounded in the head and creates a crater right at Asta's feet. Asta has knocked Luck and Magna unconscious. Everyone's speechless. Vanessa decided, "Okay, that's enough fighting. Maybe we should just calm down. Here, boy, have a drink." Also, still being a minor, he's said, "I can't." In which Aunt Charmy just offers him food, which he says, "Thank you very much." Oh my goodness, but Yami in the hospital, as well as Luck and bound up being out cold, there's no one to really give Asta the tour except for Gordon, Ghosh, Finral, Vanessa, and Charmy. And I'm gonna say Ghosh offers, because come on, go. If Ghosh wasn't so quiet, he's not that bad a guy, and just gives off the tour. Everyone can barely hear Ghosh except for Asa. He can hear Ghosh completely, and has had some full blown conversations with him. But as they're walking back into the main room, that is where they meet Noel. And just like in canon, Noel tries to hit Asta with one of her water spells, misses terribly, and runs off saying she's gonna quit the Black Bulls, just tossing away her her Black Bull's robe. Yeah, and also just like in canon, he's walking around and sees her actually practicing. And unlike in canon where he snaps a twig, he just walks up to her and says hi and what she's doing. She still freaks out thinking he's gonna mock her for not being able to control her own magic. And just like again, she almost drowns by her own magic power. Wow, your own magic can turn against you. That is some bull crap. And then again, I think it's kind of makes sense. You know, and since Yami isn't there to toss Asta, Asta just takes out the Demon Slayer sword and throws it, destroying Noah's magic and sending her falling down. In which he rushes over and catches her. Now, remember what I said? Asta is not as ripped as he is in canon. He's bigger than he is in canon. The same height as Yuno, and he's more defined. So Noelle, just like the tsundere she is, like she's so bad she looks like a tomato. Trying to push us away, but Asa's not stupid. He's nowhere near as stupid as he is in canon. So he started using these pickup lines on Noelle, asking her things like this: "Do you really want me to put you down? Do you want to wrap your arms around me?" Which just causes her to blush even more. And Vanessa just starts teasing her afterwards. And he tries to hit on Asta too, just to see how he would react. Which he would just grab her hand and just give it a little kiss, just a little bit back, just to see her reaction. But she blushes like crazy too. She has no idea what just happened. She would just want to tease the boy, but she's the one who's getting teased. And that's where I'm going to end this off. Oh yeah, I'm going to see how much fun I can have with this Black Clover What If. Yeah, it should be fun enough. Alright, goodbye, my children.